Hello and welcome everyone. Today's video is part of a hop for Not Too Shabby. I'll be working with the Enchanted Wishes 6x6 pattern paper, and there are 12 different designs with it. And I'm going to also be working with these A2 size panels, and we're going to create some fun fairy tale cards. We're going to make two actually. And with this video, there is a hop and there is a link in the description box below of the playlist so that you can check out everybody's videos. There is also an opportunity for you to get a free gift from Not Too Shabby. To do that, all you have to do is place an order before July 15th at midnight Central Standard Time and add a note to the order where you include Fairytale, and that will allow you to get your free surprise gift with your order. So I wanted to share that right off the bat. So just place an order before the 15th, midnight Central Standard Time, and add the note Fairytale, and you will get your free gift. So what I am doing is I'm taking some panels and layering them up. I've got this faux glitter panel that I'm going to use for my base layer, and you saw on the back of it, it's like a dark blue and a gold pattern. This particular paper pad has some really rich dark colors in it and is very well suited for the fairy tale theme. So I wanted to use this apple paper because it kind of goes along with my princess that I have here that I'm going to use, and we're going to lay the apples down on there. I just used one of my arch nesting dies, and I created a couple of panels with this, and we're going to just layer them up. So now I'm bringing in the red faux glitter pattern paper, and you can see there are apples on the back of it as well. And we're just going to nest these two arches up here. And what I'm doing is I'm creating an area to set my focal point on. I'm just laying my base layers down. Now I'm going to bring in this A2 size card front, and I'm going to fussy cut out our princess here. And I'll just go around there and just get her all fussy cut out. And it really is an easy cut, and I think I got pretty good results with it. And basically what I'm doing is creating a great big piece of ephemera for my card base. And so I'm just going to go around it and just cut it all out. And we'll use this for our card. So while I'm finishing cutting this up, I just want to restate that there is a playlist in the description box below in which you can check out other members of the design team and see how they work with this kit. Now I got the box of the month, which included a couple of paper pads, a couple of sets of ephemera, and the A2 panels, and a couple of stamp sets, and that's what was included in it. Now I'm just choosing to work with the one 6x6 pattern paper on today's video and the A2 panel sheets, but I have done another video on my channel in which I used the other pattern paper, which was the Mermaid Wishes 6x6 pattern paper and the coordinating ephemera. I'll try to remember to link that video above so that you can check it out if you're interested in seeing the other paper pack that went with this. I'm just going to bring in some foam tape, and we're going to pop up our princess and get her laid down on our panel. And then we will have a cute quick card. I'm going to bring in a few more elements as well. I will bring in some of the ephemera pieces that were coordinated with this set, and we'll add it to our card as well. So we'll get these backer pieces laid off or pulled off on here and get her laid down. And I think, like I said, I think it fussy cut out very nicely, and it turned out nice. Now for the additional pieces, you know, she's known to have a basket of apples, and so we're going to lay a basket of apples beside her and just tuck them in. And then I'm going to bring in another piece of ephemera, which is a little blue butterfly. I thought that would look nice, and we'll get it laid down on the top of our card base, and then we're going to bring in one of our sentiments for this. So I'll just get my little butterfly laid down on there, and I'm going to bring in the stamp set. Now this is the stamp set that goes with the fairy tale, and I'm going to use Hello Sweet Friend on this one. And I'm just going to use some alabaster cardstock that I've got there, and I'll bring in my little Misty, and we'll just stamp it up. I'm going to bring in my Lumberjack Plaid ink because we've got some red on there, and I thought that would pair nicely with it. And we will just stamp up our Hello Sweet Friend sentiment from our stamp set. So I'm going to try and get it lined up straight on my panel. It'll just make it easier when I go to cut it down if I've got it somewhat straight on there. I am going to cut it down, but it'll be all right. And then I've got this little heart here, and I was going to use it, and then I decided not to use it because I didn't have a lot of room for the sentiment, and so I'll just come back in with my sentiment and we'll get it laid down on our card. So the Distressed Oxide ink did stamp up nicely with the stamp, and I think I actually took it off camera and I added some embossing powder, some clear embossing powder to it, and then heat set it, and we're good to go. So there we go. And you can see I've got the little heart on there. I'll wind up cutting it away, and we'll just use our sentiment without it. And I did bring in a little die, and I just die cut it out, and then I squared off the edges and just made it small enough so I could fit it on there. I don't have a lot of space because I've got a pretty big piece of ephemera, but I think it turns out super cute with our Hello Sweet Friend. Now we are going to make a second one. When I made that red arch on the first card, it was too big, and so I die cut it out again, and then it left this extra arch, and so I thought I would use it on this other A2 card front panel. And I'm going to bring in the bow pattern paper, and we're just going to cut it down to A2 size, and we're going to have a simple panel for our card. And then we'll bring in the arch dies, and we'll die cut out our A2 princess from our other page, and we'll get it laid up with our arch, and we're just going to create a really simple card. So I'm going to get these bows laid down on here and just get it lined up nice and neat. I'm just going to take this off camera, bring that same arch die in and die cut that out. We're going to layer these up. I'm just going to put glue on here. We're not going to use any foam tape on this. We'll just lay it straight down on the panel with the girl, and then we'll pop up the whole frame and girl together and get them laid down on our card. So I'm just giving it a good press, kind of cleaning up the glue that was on my glass mat there so that I don't wind up gluing my card to my glass mat. We'll bring in some foam, and we'll get her popped up. And we're going to have two Fairytale princesses for our cards today. And don't forget, if you want to place an order with Not Too Shabby, be sure and use that Fairytale in the note box, and then you'll get the free gift. So what I did was I took some of that pattern paper and I just fussy cut the bow out and I added it to the frame, and I think I've got a super cute note card. So here's our two cards. They turned out super fun. Consider hitting that like, and don't forget to shop Not Too Shabby. Thanks for watching.